Yo, Marcus, welcome back to my channel, Low Budget Wisdom. Like, haven't we realized buying materialistic things doesn't really make us happy, at least not in the long term? It gives us certain short term gratifications and short term dopamine hits, and then after a certain amount of time, it doesn't matter how expensive the thing that we bought for, or like it doesn't last, man. It just doesn't last long. That internal need, that internal craving for all these different materialistic things, be it you know experiences, luxury goods, things that we can buy to own, cars, houses, handbags and toys and phones, all these things, it doesn't last, man. Haven't we realized, this can be about like girlfriends and boyfriends as well, like dating, you know if we go into these things, if we want to buy things and achieve success and get girlfriends and boyfriends and husbands and wives and get a certain job, go into a certain career, if we do that with the wrong foundation, then it's all going to crumble. For the wrong reasons, we go and achieve all these things. Is that kind of satisfaction and excitement and joy and happiness, it's all surface level. It doesn't last long. Haven't we realized that yet? Like, after some time, we are bound to come to the realization through our human evolution, through repetition of all these things. We get that handbag. Oh, right, right. My craving is satisfied for this short term moment. And then after a while, you realize, like, man, this doesn't do it anymore. Like, I need the next thing. And then after you get the next thing, I need something more expensive. I need something more extravagant. I need the next best thing. I need to hop on a trend and achieve more success. I need to get more, 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 more. Is you're like We are like black holes, man. Like human, the majority of human beings, we're like black holes. We keep on consuming and consuming and consuming, buying, getting more, 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 and then it's just like a drug, man. I need more girlfriends. I need more boyfriends. I need more handbags. I need more of this, more of that. I need that. You know, it's like a drug. It doesn't end. At some point, we'll start to realize, like, man, why am I repeating this habit? This habit of craving more and more and more to the to my own detriment, right? It's not going anywhere. And then slowly we will start to ask questions like, is this the meaning of life? Is this all there is? Like, go to bed, wake up, work, earn the money, go, buy experiences, buy the things that make me happy in the short term, and then repeat all over again and again and again and again and again and again. And then some of us, not the mainstream, but some of us who have, cultivated a higher level of consciousness, who has done the inner work to integrate our shadows, to face our demons, the people who have started on the journey of self introspection and really, you know, uh, really started the journey of cleaning up the mess within ourselves, man. These are the people that will understand me, understand this video a lot better. as compared to people who have not done the inner work, or who have not even started, or who have not even realized that the whole point of life is to do the inner work and have moments of self-realization, and that to raise our own consciousness so that we understand ourselves better, right? But the people that understand me may understand me in different levels as well, based on their own levels of consciousness, right? Someone on a very low, I'm not saying that lower levels of consciousness is worse compared to higher levels of consciousness people. No, I'm not trying to separate or like bash people, or like oh, I'm higher in levels of consciousness, so I'm better than you. Nah, that's not the point. The point is, people on different levels of consciousness are evolving in their own way, right? Just like you can't force a seed to grow into a tree in a week. That just doesn't happen. Everyone has their own path, their own journey, their own length of time before they can self-realize, right? But no rush, man. Like, there's no rush. We have millions of lifetimes to that we can go through, right? But for those who are starting on their own journey, raising their level of consciousness, and you would naturally click on videos like these, right, that talk on a deeper level, not just superficial surface level talk. People who, the reason you click on my videos, I assume you are starting to understand what all these things mean, like the universal forces and levels of consciousness, and what's the deeper meaning of life, that kind of thing. So the mainstream people who have they are operating at a lower level of consciousness, I'm not trying to bash them, but they won't understand. As a matter of fact, they will probably misunderstand me in terms of what I'm trying to express here, and then they may take it very personal, right? Like, man, just let me live my life. Let me live my life and buy the things that I want. It's my money. They may get defensive. They may hear the wrong things. They may misinterpret what I'm trying to say. But for those of you who are like, higher in your levels of consciousness, you may understand it in a different perspective. And the higher level of consciousness that you achieve, you would start seeing life in a different perspective, right? Different people on different levels of consciousness, they would perceive the world in a different manner, right? So 100 people may watch this video right now, and they may interpret and they may perceive what I'm trying to say in 100 different ways, right? So for you guys who resonate with what I'm trying to say, albeit in a different level of consciousness, if you resonate, if something inside you tingles, if something inside you vibrates to what I'm saying, and you have certain understanding, a deeper feeling of understanding of what I'm trying to say, then great, good for you. I mean, you're aware. To some degree, you're aware. So the topic is, like, what I'm trying to say in this video is, up until a certain point in time, when you go through repeating these kind of cycles of getting certain things, and then having those things superficially heighten your happiness, surface level happiness, and then brings you superficial level joy for a certain amount of time, and then you realize, man, from that high of getting that new thing, or that new girlfriend, or that new partner, or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's always going to come down to baseline. is always going to crash, right? It's not sustainable. And then you will ask, like, is this the point of life? And you would very quickly realize, you know, like, this is not it, man. This doesn't bring me a sustained level of peace, right? It doesn't bring me a sustained level of joy. Like, life is all about ups and downs. That's normal, right? But that inner, deeper sense of unwavering peace, that unwavering feeling of joy and contentment with where you are right now and what you have. Being deeply contented and being deeply at peace doesn't mean you don't feel anger or sadness or depression or moments of increased levels of joy and happiness and excitement. No, that is what being human is all about. We have all these emotions of ups and downs, but up to a level of self-realization, in spite of all these ups and downs of human emotions and experiences, good and bad, it's all perspective, but good and bad, happy, angry, depression, joy, excitement, all these, on a deeper level, your core self is peaceful. This is what it means to be self-realized. It doesn't matter if you're Buddha or some kind of monk in the mountains sitting down there and meditating whole day. They are not going to be, forever at a state of peace and joy and love and harmony. They are humans as well, as long as we inhabit this kind of a human body with all its physical sensations, and it's a physical body, right? You are bound, you can't escape the human emotions, the ups and downs, the good and bad, all of it. That is what makes us human. So the point of this video is to to prompt you to ask the deeper questions. If you have gone through and realized all these getting and buying and achieving success, and then realizing that it doesn't really give me that deeper sense of contentment, then this video is to prompt you to go deeper and to find that point of peace, that point of contentment and stability within you, right? I can't tell you, nobody can except for yourself. Nobody can tell you or sell you some course to teach you how to achieve that for yourself. Nobody can do that. It's not like some 12-step course where pay me 500 bucks and I'm gonna tell you exactly the steps, the guidelines of okay, step one, you're gonna do this, you're gonna meditate, you're gonna fast, you're gonna do breathing meditation. Okay, so you want the next step, second step, pay me another 100 bucks and I'm gonna show you, okay, I'm gonna teach you. Yeah, right. The second step now, yeah, we gotta go deeper, right? And then I'm gonna give you some techniques and tricks and what you can do. I'm gonna guide you through it. And then step three, that will be another 150 bucks. 150 bucks, all right. I'm gonna give you some free goodies, right? Okay, and then buy my CD and follow my course exactly, and then you're going to be enlightened, and then you're going to be spiritually realized, and then you're going to be able to realize and find that seat of peace within yourself, right? It doesn't work that way. There's no hard and fast rule for self-realization and spiritual awakening. Only you are able to know for yourself, not all these gurus and fake, fake influencers and all that that's trying to sell you courses to make money for themselves. You know, if those self-made millionaires are truly millionaires, then they wouldn't even bother. They wouldn't even have to sell you courses to teach you how to be a millionaire, because they're rich. Why the hell do they need to teach you how to make money if they themselves are already rich? So, you know, have discernment. If you gotta do that, if you gotta get scammed one or twice just to, you know, feel what it feels like to get scammed and pay for courses that don't really change your life that much, other than to give you, you know, a short-term boost in confidence, a short-term boost in motivation, right? You got to go through that. We got to experience the lows before we can understand what the highs feel like. And each of us are in our own level of evolution, our own journey to self-realization, in terms of, you know, we are all, you know, we all have certain, you know, elements that we came down to earth to learn, to experience, right? Some people, be it relationships, some people, be it health, some people, be it family, some people, be it wealth and money, you know. It depends. It depends on your own particular makeup, your own particular personality, your own particular destiny. What are you here to learn and experience? And if you are supposed to experience certain events in your life, to meet certain people, to get certain things, to have certain, you know, breakthroughs, then it will happen. You cannot escape what is meant for you, right? So you gotta experience it, the goods and the bad, the good and the bad, all of it. You have to experience it, right? Because if you don't experience the good, then you don't know what bad feels like, and vice versa. If you don't experience the bad, you don't know what good feels like. That is the dance of life. So live it courageously, live it with your full life force, live it with full intent, and then have awareness, learn how to discern between what you are feeling and what's happening around you. And then as you do the inner work, as you clean up the mess within your life, little by little, step by step, you will become closer and closer to the deep sense of peace, that deep core, the core of peace within you, deep within you, right? That is unmovable, that deep sense of peace and joy and harmony and love deep within you, despite what is happening around you, despite all the chaos and whatever experiences is happening out here. You realize at some point that there is a seat of peace within that you can always access. Always. It is always, forever, it is there. We just have to learn to go back within. Okay, hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want more of these kind of videos. Leave down a comment if whatever questions or opinions, I'll reply. See you guys in the next one. Have a great day.